Now, Catherine Crump is a staff attorney over at the ACLU. Now, she is a staff attorney, and she does the Speech, Privacy, and Technology Project. Okay, so she's a member of that, and she wrote a great piece on domestic surveillance. Now, she argues that it's not just the NSA that you should be worried about, but it's also your local police department. Remember in the first story that statistic where 85% of the requests for your data come from local police departments. And that goes after things like, drug enforcement and, possible fraud. So, now she says, when it comes to monitoring the public, capability is driving policy. Basically saying that law enforcement is doing this because they can. Not because there's any policy, but because we have the technology, we have the ability to do so. And she continues, the limits of law enforcement surveillance are being determined by what is technologically possible, not what is wise or even lawful. And it's not uncommon for the police to use a new technology in secret for as long as they can, and then allow the courts to sort out legality once the issue finally comes before them. How many instances can you think of where the police had something, a new technology, and they sat on it? They made sure that nobody knew about it, and they could catch as many people as they can. We could say, well, that's part of their job, to keep you safe, right? Well, you'd be right maybe 20, 30 years ago. But once again, we've had an over-militarization of the police, and we've also had this drug war, which has been a huge, huge problem. And not only that, but a huge, huge failure. Now, she goes into an example of this, of some of this technology. And this example is automatic license plate readers. Okay? Now, she says, quote, while these scanners were once limited to uncontroversial purposes, such as identifying stolen vehicles, which is great, right? Increasingly, the police save the photos for months or even years. Now, why would they be saving your photos? In case you're doing something wrong later, or they think you're doing something wrong, they can come after you. Now, that's not the only thing. Of course, you know that in a lot of major cities, we've got video cameras pretty much everywhere now. Now, we also have cameras mounted on drones that are also flying around domestically under the control of police departments. So it's very, very common now for police to have drones. And what do police need drones for? But not only that, but the danger could come from even in your own pocket. Cell phones. A lot of people have cell phones, right? Well, the police are able to get all of your location history incredibly easily using a cell phone. Now, a lot of people have geolocators on their cell phones. And that, of course, can help the police track your movements. Now, it's not necessarily the police that immediately get access to these, but it's companies that are forced to then hand over your personal information, your location data, over to these police departments. Now, it's incredibly dangerous. Now, some good news that was mentioned in this piece is that actually some law enforcement are coming out against this. A good example. This example is Philadelphia Police Chief Charles Ramsey. Now, Ramsey was speaking at a conference. This conference was called the International Association of Chiefs of Police. And he had said that, quote, we have to remind ourselves that just because we can do something doesn't mean we should do it. And that's the problem that we have here in America, is that a lot of this technology is so advanced that we don't have the policy to match it. And that's exactly what she's saying in this article, and I agree 100%. And once again, we have to rein this in. I mean, we don't have any privacy here in America anymore, and that's a huge problem. And I'm glad that there are people out here that are fighting against that, and that are trying to ensure that we have privacy again. Hey, thanks for watching this video. Please leave a comment below, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and share with your friends. If you want to see more, go to our channel at youtube.com/TYTNation, and if you really want to support the show, support this channel, go to our fundraising campaign at www.patreon.com/TYTNation. The website is in the description below. Thank you guys, and keep watching.